What is biohacking?
It comes in two different formats. One is the primitive ways that we've been following, and one is the new technology.
How the AI is, changing the landscape of this entire biohacking, may it be cosmetology or the beauty industry or nutrition also.
It entirely depends on you. A lot of businesses have gone down because of AI, but a lot of good things are coming in. A lot of times we only look upon to a product which is cleared by US FDA.
I see a lot of ashwagandha and shilajit being promoted by a lot of bodybuilders nowadays. What's your take?
The biggest problem here is no identifier before you consume a nutraceutical. You don't have a balanced meal, you're only on your protein shakes. Do you think it's a great idea? Do you think it's a balanced meal?
What do we really do if someone wants to really go that road of anti-aging?
It's a desire market.
What's your take on the social media influencers talking about or claiming about XYZ product, that this product is good, that product is good without any science?
Don't follow all influencers. So there is a lot of misinformation in the market. New Skin comes out with not only cosmeceutical product line, they also add up nutraceutical. This is backed up by technology, and when you consume their product and you use them for about 2 months and then you take the test again, you will be more than happy.
A lot of people are trying to reverse their age. Biohacking is the new age term that we are listening all over the internet, all over the AI, all over the social media also. According to you, what is biohacking?
Chris, great question. Biohacking, we've been talking about biohacking for a while now, and it's very simple. Bio is biology. Let's break it the way it is, and hacking is technology, right? So biology, we have always understood for a very long time, and technology intervening with biology today, helping us guide and take better decisions, right? That is exactly the umbrella term of biohacking. So in my opinion, it comes in two different formats. Okay. One is the primitive ways that we've been following.
Correct.
Okay. And one is the new technology, the AI intervention.
Correct.
Both of them merged in together and called as biohacking. It entirely depends on you. How capable are you to process this information and bring changes to your current lifestyle?
So what do you think, how the AI is, changing the landscape of this entire biohacking, may it be cosmetology or the beauty industry or nutrition also?
Well, it's a big landscape change for our century now. After the COVID hit in the market, people got really conscious about what they're consuming. And we've understood that because a lot of problems can be seen post-COVID.
Correct.
Right? And there is an upsurge on beauty trends, nutrition trends, nutraceutical market. All of that is going up. And especially the millennials and the Gen Z now, they're paying a lot of attention to actually reverse aging.
Correct.
Right? Looking aesthetically the best. But in the realm of all of this, we're also taking wrong decisions.
And that's what, so a lot of people are going towards it. And I think a lot of organizations are, I would say, misguiding people or just trying to make their product a little marketing gimmicky. Want to place in their product in such a manner that people consume it. Of course, these are businesses, right? How the West came in with their seed oils and everything, and then took our ghee out of the picture altogether, and now these guys are asking for ghee themselves.
Absolutely. Yeah, the West is looking for ghee now. I agree. Couldn't agree more on that.
So don't you think that there should be a body within the countries, within the let's say
Chris,
how FSSAI is, right?
I understand your question. There is FDA that plays a very important role. And a lot of people think that Indian FDA is not that great. And let me break that ice here that Indian FDA is one of the toughest to clear. That will be a surprise to you. You know, a lot of times we only look upon to a product which is cleared by US FDA.
Correct.
Right. And I would say a lot of companies would clear an FDA in US and start opening their export market very soon and bring the product to the local market a little bit later. Okay, so that means you cleared an FDA in United States first and got your product to export around the world. And then later, after years of research, you twisted and tweaked your product and then you got it into India, right? Or into United States later. So what I'm trying to establish here is that Indian FDA over the last decade has become relatively very, very strong. Okay, when it comes to FSSAI or food accreditation, when it comes to FDA on medicine, consumables, cosmetic, cosmeceutical, nutraceutical, they're doing a great job. But the problem is every day, this is a continuous program. You know, you and me will keep making new products.
Correct.
We will keep doing our scientific research and something new will keep coming up. So everybody's got to be responsible. So I would bring in the term here as not over marketed, but being more responsible as a company before you launch any product. If you launch a product, definitely you want to sell.
Correct.
That's the aim. And that's why we have our marketing divisions, right? But in the whole process, okay, we definitely make big claims. So one, the claims must stop. And the other thing is you got to have responsibility. Yeah. The third good thing that is happening is the knowledge that's going up because of the internet. The world's shrinking now.
Correct.
And everything's available at your fingertip. And again, AI is doing a lot for you.
Correct.
A lot of your things can be told by ChatGPT today. You know, it will guide you what you want to eat today or no. You know, what kind of food you should consume. You know, so there is a lot of change today. A lot of businesses have gone down because of AI.
Correct.
But a lot of good things are coming in.
Talking about responsibility, what's your take on the social media influencers, you know, talking about or claiming about XYZ product, you know, that this product is good, that product is good without any science backing or lacking information also on that end?
So I have addressed this question 2-3 times before on the podcast as well. I tell people, one of my podcasts, I clearly said, don't follow all influencers. We love to follow some people who have great knowledge.
Correct.
I would rather want to redefine it as subject matter expert. So if you're a nutritionist, you have all the rights to talk about nutrition.
Correct.
If you're a car enthusiast, you want to talk about cars. But if you are just an influencer who wants to talk about restaurants, cars, skincare, haircare, beauty, everything, I think you make no sense to me at all. So people today have understood that thanks to YouTube. And very recently, Meta made an announcement. And they said that we will be filtering out people who are making false informations in a very large way. You know, once I pay you to promote some product, what happens eventually is that you're actually promoting those reels and those shows. And what's happening is a lot of half information is being promoted.
Absolutely.
Right? So you joined the two questions, the role of FDA, the role of a manufacturer, and now a larger role from somebody who's an influencer.
Correct. So, talking about, you know, influencing, I see a lot of ashwagandha and shilajit being promoted by a lot of bodybuilders nowadays.
Right.
What's your take on ashwagandha and on shilajit? Because what I feel is that hardly can you actually get efficient ashwagandha or shilajit which is available in the market. Or
so you said two things. Okay, one is the efficacy of the product.
Correct.
You mean to say the purity of the product. That is one. And secondly, do we really need them or no?
Correct.
So the problem here, the biggest problem here is no identifier before you consume a nutraceutical. Why only shilajit? Why only protein and collagen? Or we're consuming so many different things. We are an impulsive buying nation.
Correct.
Right. We're largely driven by aspiration and desire. The market is running like that.
Correct.
Right. So I can make you feel hot and sexy and sell you a product that makes a promise of a boost in testosterone and make you consume a pill of Shilajit before you go to the gym.
Correct.
But people have been going to the gym not now, for decades. Where was the Shilajit? People had no great bodies. People were not working out. We could see Bollywood, we could see Hollywood. Back in the days, everything was just fine.
Correct.
Now, I would rather actually term it as OCD. It's in our mind. And that is where I always say that health, beauty, and nutrition starts with mental health.
Or maybe FOMO?
Not just FOMO, because it's a trend that everybody is following. It's a fad. So you feel, of course, left out.
Talking about trends and fad.
Yeah.
Ozempic. People are injecting Ozempic like anything, like glucose, right?
You picked up a very hot topic and everybody's talking about it. I've got cousins in the United States. I know so many family people of my own who have tried them and got some great results. On the flip side, okay,
that's what I want to know.
So this is a true podcast, isn't it? So I put no filters on myself.
Right.
So I like to speak the truth all throughout. So look at the flip side. Okay, if you are not type 2 diabetic,
right,
and you start to suppress your food intake versus you start to mobilize yourself and exercise, which one would you prefer?
Exercise.
Why do we need that? Why do we need Ozempic at all? Right. That is one. Okay. Second, okay, look at the downside where we're losing muscle more than fat. There is a lot of diarrhea. There is a lot of gut infection. There is a lot of food suppression, lack of energy. I know people who cannot step out of their car. They feel so weak. Forget about mobilizing and walking. But they have lost a lot of weight. And that loss of weight is coming from the loss of muscle, not necessarily fat. Okay. So it's leaving you low on energy. Okay.
Starved.
So you could do that willingly by yourself. You don't need an Ozempic. You need a healthy mindset. So a lot of depression will make you eat depression eating, right? You've heard of the term.
Correct.
Right. So when you're depressed, when you're anxious, you have anxiety, our trends change.
Absolutely.
You start smoking, you start consuming alcohol, you start eating sugary stuff. Correct. Your body demands different kind of substitutes. And that is getting into a bad state of mental health. So it is directly connected to your physical health.
Okay. Talking about, mental health, I feel mental health is really, really important when it comes to, of course, your physical health also, because if you're not able to mentally define yourself or restrict yourself with certain things, you are not able to achieve what you actually need for the physical end also. But then having said that, people try and see quick fixes, how I can, quickly fix those extra pounds or shed those extra pounds also. But then on the longer run, so let's say there are a lot of celebrities, I don't want to name anyone, but then there are a lot of celebrities who are on Ozempic, and they clearly say it on the television also that I am on Ozempic, and and they are, I don't know why they are so proud about it. But then on 5 years down the line, what do you see where these guys will be? Because they've lost in so much of muscle, and they've lost.
I completely agree with you. Okay, but the problem is that when you look into the fine print of any pharmaceutical company, they would have prepared this drug for type 2 diabetic people. Okay, there are people who are really obese. Okay, they need help. This can be a miraculous product as well. Okay, but the problem is the the way you put it very rightly is taking a shortcut.
Correct.
Okay. So I find people all the time who want to lose weight in India. And largely, we're following the West now.
Correct.
I used to see a lot of obese people in the United States at one point of time. We still see them. Europe has been a lot fitter.
Absolutely.
Right. Japan has been very good. Okay. But Southeast Asia, India in particular, we're a land of Ayurveda for heaven's sake. We've been practicing yoga. We're
Correct.
taking yoga around the world. Okay. We're just not following it ourselves.
Correct.
So half of the problem will be solved when you start reading the labels, when you start making a research. White papers are available all over the internet.
Correct.
Deep dive into the subject before you start taking any of this. One takeaway for your viewers, a food for thought, is how will you come out of it?
Correct.
Lot of people start this. And I've had a very big round of debate with a lot of doctors. They do not know how to stop it. So let's say, for example,
So this is like an insulin?
this is an insulin, but for example, you're moving out, you're working out on a regular basis. You lost about 30 kilos. You're on Ozempic. Okay. Please ask your doctor, when I'm at a happy stage, can I withdraw that very fast? Will it bring any downsides to my body? Will I regain the same fat back again faster than I lost it? Will I have the same energy levels? Will I have Down syndromes? Will I have hot flushes? There are n number of things that people are scared about. So what a doctor is going to do is taper down a little bit, but I do not see any long-term results. Well, the debate is still on because it's very new, and we're still going to take about 5 years more to get into the real subject of what happens when you stop this. But in my opinion, it should not be consumed at large.
What I feel is that this will actually... Okay, so this is like a wheel going down the hill, right? Once you take it, you'll always have to take this. Plus, as we always say, right, your muscles are like your small engines that's there in your body.
I call them Duracells.
And you're cutting those Duracells.
Of
course, your battery would be discharged very, very, very...
See, the mother battery is your fat.
Correct. Absolutely. For your brain also.
You've been seeing, ketosis is going to happen with fat. And you've been seeing a lot of young people collapsing in the gym.
Correct.
So
people are dying out of heart attacks.
So let's mix the newer found diseases, the not so found remedies, handpicking over-the-counter nutraceuticals, and at the end of the day, without consulting, unidirectional approach in life to satisfy that OCD, to have the six-pack abs and a younger and a youthful body. Okay, there's a lot of mix. That's why I say biohacking can be dangerous. Biohacking is not the only solution, but biohacking is also the future. So I will reveal on your show today how you can put biohacking to use, but you still need to use your own brains before you start doing anything.
So we see so many things, right? Ozempic is there, then your protein powders, XYZ, your gut supplements, all over the place. There are so many, things which are there in the market. What do we really do if someone wants to really go that road of anti-aging? What is the right way of doing that?
So, Krish, like I always say, it's a desire market.
Correct.
Okay. And this question cannot be asked to anyone. Do you want to look young? The answer is obviously yes. Yes. So the idea here is that what are you doing to look young? You don't want to go to the gym. You don't want to mobilize yourself. Have you heard about the theory of the blue zones?
Oh, no.
Okay. So the blue zones are pockets around the world where people live over 100 years.
Okay.
Okay, so it's in Japan, it's in Greece, there are parts of Italy, there are in Puerto Rico, so there are blue zones across the world. Now we're looking at similar patterns. What do these guys do?
Correct.
Okay, their lifespan is over 100 years. Okay, they consume alcohol.
Oh,
they do. They do have red wine with their meals at dinner time. They do a lot of mobility.
Okay.
There are a lot of vegan people. Okay. There are also meat eaters. There's a mix. Okay. So we're studying the pattern of the blue zones and trying to replicate this analogy to different parts of the world. And you will be surprised to know that India, being the land of Ayurveda, has a lot of deficiency. I'm going to share some.
Do we have any blue zone?
No, not at all. Our whole country is in the orange zone, which is a dangerous zone. I'm going to share a presentation from a US company. You can put it on your podcast.
Sure.
Yeah, and you will be surprised to see that we're down in iodine. Right?
And we consume so much of salt.
You and me grew up listening to Tata Namak, right?
Correct.
We're down in iodine, we're down in magnesium, we're down in Bs 6 and 12. Everything's going, we're down in zinc. Okay. So when you have these independent companies making reports about different country health span and lifespan, you have to understand that medical field worked very well in increasing our lifespan from 65 to 80.
Correct. Absolutely.
Right?
Correct.
But did we also succeed in health span? Not really. So by the time you're about 65, 70, your health starts to sharply decline.
Correct.
Right. What is the aim? When we talk about anti-aging, we're not just talking about wrinkles and how you look. We're looking at your physical body,
correct,
your strength. We're looking at your cellular age, your organ health.
Correct.
And we're trying to shorten the gap between lifespan and health span.
Correct.
It's not important to live for a long time. It's more important to live healthy for the longest time.
Correct.
That is what I always advocate about.
So, okay. But what do you think? What should be the right way on how do I do this? So let's say you said just, spoke about the blue zone. Is there anything which has that entire blueprint that I can copy myself and go about it and just do those things?
So there are a lot of researches that is happening. And one very interesting research came in from the blue zone.
Okay.
And that is that now their lifespan is becoming a little bit shorter. Okay. Not everybody is crossing 100 and they blame it on the processed food. Blue zone has a problem. They're making complaints and they're trying to avoid as much as possible processed food. Okay. So there are studies and there are brands across the globe, which I'm impressed with. In particular, one of the brands from the United States who have been working on this project for the last 40 years. Okay. And the reports and the presentations and the kind of breakthrough in biohacking that has come on the table today is mind-blowing. Okay. I'm sure you and your viewers are quite excited to know what am I talking about.
Correct.
Yeah. So we had the Apple Watch. And we saw Apple making the first move in putting up a wearable on you.
Correct.
And the moment you had that, it's a subtle reminder on you need to stand up. You've been sitting for a long time.
Correct.
You need to have a glass of water. You've not been sleeping very well. These are gentle, subtle reminders. You've not been walking enough.
Correct.
Your 10,000 steps are not over yet. So how can your day be over, right?
Right.
So in a way, we keep ignoring and dismissing, but we know that we're ignoring our health, prioritizing our work, maybe.
Correct.
prioritizing our pleasure time,
Correct.
prioritizing our social media time.
Right.
Right. So many things. I think the Apple Watch was an entry product to biohacking. Then we know a simple product, which is now the constant glucose monitor that came in recently. Not very recent though, but widely used recently. And it's tracking your insulin levels and glucose.
And I see
every
30,
time.
35 people, as in year-old people, are, placing this glucose meter.
I know brands, I'm not going to name them, where they're promoting all this kind of constant monitoring. Okay, you put in a chip and you get different kind of profiles all throughout the day with your app. Wearables have downsides. I also know people who have wearables embedded in their skin, right? So wearables gone to a different level. There are small microchips that you could implant anywhere in your body, and you could see and monitor a lot of things. Okay, but they're still in the experimentation stage. Probably they could lead to inflammation. They could lead to cancer.
Correct.
Right. So it's not always a great idea to have a different kind of radiation all the time on yourself. But having said that, okay, companies have reduced the levels of radiation on these wearables, and they're also coming out with better ways of scanning and analyzing what's happening inside the blood serum. So in particular now, I'm talking about this brand that is going to be launched in November this year. And I'm very excited because it's going to be a big landscape change, Krish. If I give you a complete synopsis of this product, you will be excited. A 15-second scan.
Okay.
Over 200,000 photons shot into your thumb. Different parameters of lights, giving a detailed AI report of what's happening inside your bloodstream and how healthy are you.
Without any blood.
Without drawing any blood.
Okay.
It has been in the US market and few other markets around the world, but they mastered this art. It's called the Prism IO.
Okay.
The brand is Nu Skin.
So you're talking about the new technology that has come up, and you're saying there is no blood that needs to be drawn.
Krish, 15 seconds can really change your life. Not just for you, for your loved ones, for everybody. Okay. The technology is called Prism IO. The brand's called Nu Skin. And that's how a lot of people, over 20 million people, have been excited for years now because they had a previous model. Okay. Now what they're doing is bringing all of this into a pocket-sized machine that can be installed in the gyms, in the skin clinics, the fitness clinics. Health representatives can take them home for elderly clients. Okay. It's a game changer. It's an absolute game changer. Now, why do we need this kind of technology? Okay, it's a photon-based technology. It's a light-based technology, like our laser. It shoots a lot of light beams. You put in your thumb for 15 seconds, it's shooting a lot of light beams, different variation of color lights. Okay, so that's how your prism works, right? Prism is different, 7 color lights. It's shooting at a different algorithm.
Correct.
Okay, this algorithm is called the Raman system. That is a proprietary way that Nu Skin designed this kind of technology. So after shooting 200,000 shots, 200,000 in 15 seconds, it transfers the whole information to our AI software, which is called Raman technology, and it processes everything and gives you a score between the red zone and the purple zone. Now, purple being the best and red being the worst, India qualifies at large. Nu Skin has the largest data of over millions of people who have already taken this scan.
And this is all in the US or from India or parts of the country?
This has been everywhere. In fact, I got an opportunity to meet one of the very senior representatives right here in India, in New Delhi.
Okay.
And I went through a scan.
Okay.
And you want to know my result?
Yeah, I was just about to ask that.
I'm almost orange. You know, I'm on the borderline of being yellow and orange, and I shocked myself. Okay. Now, what's happening is that there are environmental factors. Okay. There is lifestyle, food, everything that we're talking about. But don't you agree that we live in a balloon of pollution?
Absolutely.
Right? So, environmental aggression, somebody who's living in Delhi or Bombay, imagine the kind of pollution that we're faced on every day.
Correct.
Right? So what is happening is a lot of free radical formation inside our body that happens through a process of metabolism any which ways. Now what happens is these free radicals are half attached atoms. They keep attacking. Imagine yourself in a room where you've been attacked from all four sides. There will be a time that the skin cell will give up.
Absolutely.
Right? So this is exactly what is happening with us every moment. On top of that, you light a cigarette. On top of that, we pour a drink. On top of that, without adequate knowledge, we start consuming nutraceuticals. On top of that, we suppress our food intake. We started consuming Ozempic, for example, which was the topic a few minutes ago. Imagine how much are we playing with our body?
And then relationships are not working, so mentally you are down again.
And now life's becoming tougher because life's becoming beautiful on Instagram. A lot of people are getting depression from Instagram.
Absolutely.
When you look at other beautiful people, you look at AI. Why do you think people are making their AI pictures? There is a complexity.
Correct.
You don't feel confident enough, right? So the idea here is that all of this together in conjunction is leading to a bad lifestyle and faster aging.
Correct.
And we need to break this cycle somewhere. So that is why I said I'm very excited for New Skin coming into India. I don't know when the product will be available.
Okay.
Okay. They're opening their doors in November, which is confirmed. As of now, yes.
Oh,
I went through the scans. I met the top leaders.
I really want to take that scan first.
You know, everybody's so excited. I've been giving a lot of this information to different people in the industry now. And, you know, my phone's not stopped ringing for a long time. Okay. There was a podcast last week and now with you, you know, I'm sure people are getting a lot aware of what New Skin is doing around the world. And a lot of people will Google Prism.io after the show. And you must, because this is going to be a big game changer for people who really value your own body.
Correct.
You know, there are parents at home, your friends and family you care about.
Correct.
Okay. You are concerned. You've seen now a lot of parents standing against their young children going to the gym and looking for protein.
Correct.
And now there is a team of doctors that are talking about. I met a nephrologist the other day. He said we had a kidney failure for an 18-year-old because of overconsumption of protein. That unidirectional mindset. When you go to the gym, people have half knowledge. Even the coaches have half knowledge.
Absolutely.
And you fall in the trap. You cut down your carbs. You cut down your sugar. Okay. You don't have a balanced meal. You're only on your protein shakes. Do you think it's a great idea? Do you think it's a balanced meal? No, absolutely not. So since when it was a hallmark of fitness to have 6 abs?
Yeah, I was about to come there.
So
6-pack abs.
We have been now, we feel ashamed. Oh, I go to the gym, but I don't have a 6-pack, right? But since when has this become a hallmark of good health? I'll give you an example. You know, there was an athlete in Australia. She went to one of our leaders' house and she saw the Prism lying there, the older version, not the Prism.io that has been launched now, the older version. And she was quite excited to take a scan on what was her score. Okay. And the shocking thing was that one of our representatives who owned the machine there, she got into a scan and she turned in between red and orange, and she could not believe of herself because she's an athlete. She's an athlete. Then she called her children. They were playing around, young children, 10, 12 years of age. She called those kids and everybody took a scan. So even her kids didn't fall over under the green zone. Okay. So what is happening is because of one person's mindset and a unidirectional approach, maybe you're putting your kids through a lot of protein,
Correct.
not giving them a balanced meal, focusing only on carbs. So she thought the machine was faulty. She asked other people to take the scan and they were actually in the green zone, in the blue zone. Okay. Their kids were in the blue zone. Okay. Younger people have less of, when you want to prove this machine, I know you moments ago you asked me about how accurate is this machine.
Correct.
When you will get the machine here and when you see a young kid taking the result, you will find out for yourself the machine works. Because the kids are not absorbing so much
of
radiation, so much of they're getting balanced diet, everything's fine.
Correct.
Okay. So now looking fit and being fit is two different things altogether.
Correct.
And that is what Prism.io and New Skin together for the last 40 years have been working very dedicatedly. And that is the excitement which is going to change the landscape of health, beauty, nutrition, and your question of anti-aging largely in the country.
So you've told me about the problem. Okay. So I am into, let's say, orange zone or a red zone, and I know the problem now. How
Right.
do I solve it?
So you don't know the problem yet. You know your score.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Let's put it like that.
Yeah. Correct.
You know that you haven't scored well.
Correct.
Like you get a blood test report from a lab,
Correct.
right? A lab report. And it says your problems are B12s are low,
Correct.
So New Skin comes out with not only cosmeceutical product line, they also add up nutraceutical, okay? Health supplements. Now, this is backed up by technology. There is biohacking. There is constant monitoring. And when you consume their product and you use them for about 2 months, and then you take the test again, you will be more than happy.
And this is a customized, the entire prescription is customized as per me, or?
So what we do, we formed a company called Pratham IBP.
Okay.
Okay. We are going to handle the distribution, one of the frontline distribution companies, eventually when New Skin comes to India in November. And what's going to happen is that there is a lot of, you just mentioned a few moments ago, you just mentioned about influencers.
Correct.
So there is a lot of misinformation in the market, right? So what we've done is to take the first step forward in the right direction and set up a training school, a training academy.
Oh, wow.
All members who would approach Pratham IBP will have rights to go through intensive rounds of training, understanding all of these parameters on how to decode the scores from Prism.io, what recommendations can be tailor-made for an individual, how to track them back and forth, how to make changes. And let me tell you, moments ago I told you, you can't withdraw, but here the story is different. You can choose your plans on a monthly basis. You can monitor how your health is responding. And not only that, you quit smoking, you can see better results on Prism.io. Why not? 1 month of you and me taking a challenge on quitting smoking, we'll see a better result. Why not? Right? So it will be a gadget, a biohack that will really help humanity across the globe.
Basically a direction that you guys want to bring in, and you can go that path. And of course, then the other products will come in play as per my requirements.
See, I
need it.
wouldn't really recommend anyone to just consume anything because you saw an advertisement, right? You need
Assessment.
not only assessment, you need assessment, you need a backup, you need an FDA, you need an FDA in your country. It's not enough to have an FDA from the United States.
Correct.
This product is going to be FDA in India. Okay. You need recommendation from your physician. You need a recommendation from your nutraceutical expert. Okay. From your dietitian.
Correct.
So what we're going to do here now is we're first in the front line enrolling a lot of dermatologists, cosmetologists, doctors, plastic surgeons, and a lot of fitness experts.
Oh.
These are the people who are going to be trained in the first line, and this is going to be the army that's going to take this drive forward in India. So it's not only Prism IO alone, but the right set of ideology, the right set of people with the right mindset will take this forward. So you will be guided at every step.
And then health is the outcome of all of these things.
And
Good health, looking good, fit.
Well,
looking
you can then eventually say that aging could be a myth. Because when you are cellular young, when your organs responding very well, okay, half your questions will be over.
Correct.
If you see, I will have you invited at one of the shows with Pratham, and when we're making demonstrations, I will make you meet some international people who have been consuming this product for, let's say, last 10 years. Okay. You meet these 60-year-old, you and me will feel older than them. I'm not kidding you. I believe in real results. I've seen them, and that is why we bring in this opportunity to the Indian beauty landscape, people who are running salons, skin clinics, dermatology clinics, plastic surgeon, dentist, everywhere where we can promote, create an assessment, and put your health in the right direction.
So you will be launching this in Delhi first?
So it's going to be a pan-India launch.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be exactly a pan-India launch. The teams are gearing up. People are already signing up. Obviously, the real sign-up happens after the brand comes in November. People are excited to enroll, put in their name, that we want to be a part of your company
itself.
And now I have another enrollment, which is great.
Right.
But I cannot enroll you before November. So we will have to wait till then. But that you understand the gravity of bringing such a powerful tool to the country, so all health professionals and even individuals who are just excited about one life and one health span to take care of, why not?
Absolutely.
This is a must gadget for everybody to have, even at home.
Okay. Coming to one of the questions, and I wanted to ask this to you also, around Botox and non-invasives, right? So what is the biggest scam which you think is running currently in the Indian aesthetic market today?
Okay, so there's a fun answer that I'm going to give now because I get this question a lot of times. I like to answer this every time in a different way. So which one do you think is more stronger, a Ferrari or a Fortuner?
Ferrari.
Stronger.
Stronger. Oh, Fortuner. Yeah.
Not faster.
Faster. Yeah.
Did you get half your answer yet? Okay, let me more simplify this further down. Okay, the faster the result, the more dangerous it can be. Okay, Ferrari is fast.
Correct.
Not everybody can handle it. Now, there are two moments when you want to actually use Botox. One is a medical purpose. That means you want to actually immobilize one of your muscles because it's overworking. It's over hyper, it's active. Okay. Let's say the other day, my dentist told me that I started grinding my teeth. Now, if I were to control that problem, I would put in a little bit of Botox into my muscle here so that I stop grinding at night because I'm out of control when I'm sleeping. I don't know what I'm doing, right? Now, that could be a medical use. But largely, when people are using this for anti-aging, there are a lot of other non-invasive treatments that I would recommend as a better alternative. Okay. People love to take shortcuts. If you're looking for a shortcut, it's a great idea. Okay. If you ask me as a practicing cosmetologist, very rare you find cosmetologists who would say, I don't recommend too much. I don't. Okay. So let's say you are frowning too much. You're an angry person. You keep frowning.
Correct.
Okay. You can't help it because that's your mindset. You don't have control. So first I'll offer yoga. I'll offer meditation. If nothing's working, we'll have to offer Botox. Because for few years, if you keep frowning, this is going to be set.
Correct.
Right? I can call you Chintamani then, right? Yeah, for example. But if you have a calmer mind, if you have a peaceful heart, automatically the calmness shows. That's why the saints, the spiritual gurus in India, they don't need Botox. They have all the glow and the shine.
Correct.
So there is mental health that plays a very important role. There is spiritual health that plays a very important role. And you try and avoid as much of invasive treatments as you can.
So I'll say this, all of these things boils down to your mental health at the end, right?
You cannot avoid mental health issues. You need to train like you train your body in the gym. You need to train your brain with a good therapist on how to remain calm and relaxed. Yet, because there is a lot of food adulteration, there is a lot of widespread new kind of disease. Okay, there is a lot happening in the world. I still recommend that we need great biohacking techniques to manage our lifestyle and body.
Great. So this brings me to another segment of our podcast, which I call the rapid fire, quirky and entertaining.
Okay. Okay.
So I will
Let's face it.
And the rule to this is that you will not take more than 10 seconds to answer any of the questions.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'll throw in or I'll just bounce in a lot of questions towards you.
Okay.
And you just have to take in 10 seconds to answer those, right? Okay, so let's start and let's dive into this.
Okay.
One treatment you swear by for instant glow.
A lot of collagen.
Does collagen really work?
It does. It does. And you need to find the right source of collagen. You could get into marine. I am in particularly very fond of marine collagen.
Any brand that you want to
I
recommend?
wouldn't name it on your show.
Okay, I'll take it off record then. Filter-free selfie or full glam shoot? What's your real today?
I think it should never be a filter selfie. Okay, a clean canvas is what you need. Okay, don't hide your imperfections. Look at them every day, every minute, and try and find a possible solution to your lifestyle hack.
Wow. Best skin in Bollywood right now?
Well, for that is a tricky one because behind that beautiful Bollywood face, there is a real face. We all haven't seen those. I wish we could see them. Then I could answer this question. So I'm not going to name anyone.
Okay. Skincare ingredient you think is completely overhyped?
Vitamin C.
Is it?
Yeah, because without microencapsulation, it's not stable enough. A lot of companies do claim microencapsulation. By the time you buy them in those bottles, you open them, they're not potent at all.
So when you talk about vitamin C, you have to talk about glutathione also. What do you think about glutathione?
Glutathione started as a respiratory medicine, a support system for a lot of respiratory issue.
Correct.
Okay. The side effect is that you become pale and white. Okay. Not forgetting that glutathione in our body is also an antioxidant.
Correct.
Okay. We're not demeaning that. Okay. But again, my question to hacking is don't overdo that. Do it in a professional guidance and make sure what is going to happen once you stop taking those IVs, those pills, those gummies. What is going to be the downside? Any one of you who's taking glutathione today, my question to you is, have you tried to stop them for 1 month at least? And is your skin reversed? If your skin has reversed to your original skin type and color, how potent is that product? Is it a treatment or is it very temporary? And if it is very temporary and it's processed through your kidney and liver, how much toll are you putting into your organ health? So are you putting your organs at stake
Just to look fair.
just to look fair? Although I think dusky looks are really in. So guys, make your own choices.
Okay, so one skin sin you're guilty of.
Well, we're not guilty of skin sins, but there could be a lot of brands who are selling products which are not potent enough. Okay, and they're misleading and misguiding. So I like transparent beauty, and the very fact all brands that come to India, they know that India is a price conscious market. What they would normally do is increase the other ingredients and reduce the potent ingredient to manage the maximum retail pricing, right? So we would be very guilty as an industry of not giving adequate amount of actives in that product. If the active ingredient is not enough, you're wasting the consumer's time.
Correct.
Okay.
And money and
So I'm not gonna name brands, but there are very big popular brands across various platforms online who claim to what they're selling is a little fraction of what you're consuming.
So let's say if I want to buy something like vitamin C or maybe glutathione or XYZ, blah, 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 any brand that you can quote, or if not brand, then maybe what are the 4 or 5 checks that I need to make to make the right decision of going ahead with any of the brands?
Okay, so I'll make it a little diplomatic and easier for your people. I'm diplomatic. I'm not going to name any brand. Easier for your people to check in a few boxes.
Correct.
Okay, make sure the company is at least 10 years old.
Okay.
Make sure they have a research and development center. Make sure that they have all the FDA, GMP certifications on their hand. Okay. Make sure you get testimonials from people who have already consumed them. Make sure it has been recommended by doctors and plastic surgeons. And only then you pick up something from an online shop. Okay. Make sure that they're not cheap enough, which is an unbelievable price. Make sure you're not getting too much of Diwali discounts, too much of 15th August discounts. Make sure you're not getting too much of anything that becomes an overclaim, because nothing is free and nothing which is high quality can be cheap.
Absolutely. Okay. So which city in India needs a skincare intervention ASAP?
Well, we qualify everywhere. But largely, you see the pollution levels in Delhi and Bombay. You know, this is alarming for us. So I think that one of my favorite products for people in Delhi and Bombay would be a deep cleansing. One of my favorite treatments to recommend everyone living in highly polluted countries and cities will be a deep cleansing hydrofacial. One of a very good treatment will be oxygenating treatments.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you explain what is
So
this?
when we talk about cleansing, okay, you clean your pores. A lot of cleaning is required. Women especially use a lot of mineral-based color cosmetic.
Yeah, correct.
And these color cosmetic companies are actually offering what? 72 hours, 60 hours, 24-hour makeup.
Correct.
Okay, water resistant. How do you take them off? Then they give you a cleansing activity. You're doing too much on your skin. Okay, so if you're living in Delhi and Bombay, try and do a lot of deep cleansing. Try a lot of hydration. Consume a lot of antioxidant in terms of nutritive value. And also at the same time, deeply moisturize your skin. When you go to a skin clinic or a doctor clinic, my recommendation largely will always be oxygenation, deep hydrofacials, so that your skin can breathe better and you can absorb a lot of hydration.
what usually is the cost for getting these kind of treatments?
This is a dicey question. Okay. Totally depends on the kind of ingredients that you put.
Okay.
Again, I said nothing very high end can be very cheap. Okay. Anywhere between 3,000 and 6,000 is what you should be paying for a decent quality of hydrofacial. Okay. Check the consultant, check the scanner, look into your skin very deeply, get your skin analyzed very well, get a before and after. Okay. And also ensure that they have high quality equipment and what is the ingredient that is penetrated at every step. And one very important thing to avoid all the time will be facial scrubs and chemical peels. Don't overdo them in these cities because that's going to be a big problem. The thinner your skin, the more problem.
Oh, so your under eyes are, as in, they'll get worse very easily, quickly.
Of course, because your under eye is the thinnest skin. So when I talk about peels, definitely we're not talking about using them under the eye. But when we talk about peels, we're talking about scaling your skin and thinning it down to a big extent, which is not a great idea.
Okay, so another question. Most ridiculous DIY skincare hack you've seen online?
Well, again, I will break the myth here. Don't overpeel your skin and don't scrub your skin. And you will not believe it. The placenta facial. Okay, a lot of people have been talking about the real placenta facial, which is, in my opinion, very difficult to transport and has little efficacy. A lot of celebrities are looking for goat placenta now. Okay, I don't recommend going that far. You can look for better ingredients in terms of DNA from caviar, in terms of metallurgy from 24 karat gold, in terms for hydration, talking about high-end hyaluronic acid, cross-link, non-cross-link, both. So there are deeper ingredients that are coming to the beauty industry. Look into them. Not everything which is expensive is also not a great idea.
Okay, so one celebrity you'd love to give a skin makeover to?
Wow. Okay.
Putting you at a spot.
Can we, if I were to give a makeover to somebody, could be Rakhi Sawant. I need to reduce something from her body.
I like that answer. Okay, so if not cosmetology, what would Mohit Narang be doing?
So I love photography. Okay, I'm in love with gadgets. Okay, so photography is another thing that I really love, and honestly, I have a second line of work which is called Chitrahar. It's an art gallery. So my passion.
Where is this art gallery?
We're in Gurgaon. So my passion would have lied in actually running and investing into art a lot.
Wow.
So we're coming out with great solutions for more economical narratives for home decoration, which is photography.
Wow. Wow. I got to know something more about you. As is, you're doing a lot of things already.
Yes. 2 hands, 3 hands full.
Okay. Last skincare product you used today?
I used a CC cream for this show.
Okay.
It's water-based. I can wash it with water. It's not deeply soluble. It's very low on lipid. It does not oxidize when I'm talking to you right now. I'm in contact with moisture because it's raining outside. And at the same time, it gives you a very airbrush-like feel. So this is the last product I used just before coming inside.
I would really want you to share that name with me.
I will.
Okay. So how do you react when someone says men don't need skincare?
Well, actually, when you many years ago, I wrote an article with Femina and said there is nothing called Mardo Wali fairness cream. Okay, it can be a fairness cream. Are we, you know how India is in very particular we used to have a men's section and a women's section. Okay. Even at parties, you see women hanging around with women, men hanging around with men. And marketing, as it plays, they would add in that men have rough skin.
Yeah.
You've heard it a lot, right?
Yes.
Men have rough skin.
Correct.
You know, we shave every day. We have the most sensitive skin. You have thousands of cuts and wounds each day. I would, on the contrary, say men need more skincare. We have more sensitivity. We are out in the sun a lot more than women do. We have a lot of work. Apart from the pressure and the lifestyles that we go through and the pollution, I think men definitely need a lot of more skincare than women do. The other thing is biology and chemistry are two constants.
Correct.
Okay. There could be hormonal changes that could reflect to every human in a different way.
Correct.
But the anatomy, the layers of the skin remains the same.
Absolutely.
So let's not disguise people. Go ahead and pick up your wife's cream and apply with pleasure.
Okay. So, craziest place you've done a beauty workshop?
I did one in Andaman Nicobar Islands.
Okay.
And you know, it was a very small workshop. And they told me that this is the first beauty program that has ever happened in Andaman.
And this is in which year?
We're talking at least 12 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And when I went there, to my surprise, the GSM didn't work. The network was very poor in the hotels. We had very little. So I don't have pictures of that show.
Wow.
But it was a great drive and bringing beauty to this kind of education and awareness to remote areas is a very important thing. I see these people using very bad quality product. And I always say at my shows, buy the product that you can actually eat. It should be highest quality, you know, because everything is going inside your skin, right?
Correct.
It's going, it's absorbing.
Correct.
So I have seen people using very bad chemicals, skincare made out of very bad high minerals, you know, silicons, so much of things going inside your human body is absolutely unfair. So I thought that we should take a drive and get into remote areas. So I've done a lot of remote areas. I've done Imphal. I've done a lot of Northeast. I've done a lot of awareness in smaller cities like Siliguri. You know, I've gone to Andaman. So I've been doing these small workshops at remote areas, and I get a lot of satisfaction that we're putting people to the right direction.
Great. Thank you so much, Mohit, for, coming on my show. I know a bit more better. I guess my decisions toward skincare or nutrition, around health, or maybe around, I would say, supplementation, the direction has changed, I would say, after this, conversation. Of course, skincare is something I also don't do that, to be very honest. But then I really want to start, doing that also. And I guess maybe I'll share in a lot of thoughts from you how to, take care of my skin.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on the show. As much, I hope your viewers will actually have a lot of takeaway. And my only important suggestion is assess yourself very deeply, keep your mind in balance, and choose the right product and follow a good brand.
And if someone wants to, get enrolled for the November thing with the new skin brand,
then you know who to contact. Contact Pratham IBP. We will help you enroll as soon as we can once the doors are open for the India market.
So we'll put in your email ID and your contact details if someone seeks,
Sure, it will be my pleasure.
Thanks a lot, Mohit. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you for having me on the show. Thank you.